corrected Orla. "It's Old English for sea cows." "Tickets, please," a guard interrupted. She was wearing a badge that said Greater Anglia Travel Expert. Under that, it said, "Ask me anything." "What's the second highest waterfall in South America?" asked Tom, holding out his ticket. "I beg your pardon?" said the guard. "What's the second highest waterfall in South America?" repeated Tom, eyes wide with fake innocence. "Arguably, the Gocta Cataracts in Peru at 771 metres, she replied. "But it's disputed. Would you like me to go into more detail, sir?" No, stammered Tom, going red. "Fine," said the guard. She glanced under the table. Dave growled. "Keep that dog off the seat, please, and enjoy your journey." As the guard moved along the carriage, Richard brushed imaginary crumbs from his skinny jeans and gave Tom a sideways glare. "That was embarrassing," he observed. He looked at Orla. "Right, what does this top-secret letter say?" "Uncle Valentine says if we miss the 1850 coast-hopper bus from King's Lynn, we'll have to sleep in the cemetery," said Orla. "And we're to let ourselves into the house because he'll be out on the mussel shoals until moonrise. The generator is in the rope house, blah blah, over the bridge, blah, turnkey, waffle, green button, etc. Understood." "You what?" Richard snatched the letter from Orla's hand and scanned it with a rapidly deepening frown. "What are mussel shoals?" "Places where mussels live," said Orla. Richard looked at Tom. "He's a nutter," he said. Tom nodded. He agreed completely. After she'd chosen a holiday with Uncle Valentine, whom she'd last seen when she was 6, Orla had spent a fortnight studying maps of the territory. Psycho's Creek stood alone, in a vast tract of salt marsh, with the North Sea on one side and woodland on the other. But there were clues in the surrounding place names that made her uneasy. Too many saints' names, too many ancient monuments and sacred spaces. Orla sighed, her breath fogging the window. Up until last summer, she'd been fearless, or so she thought, happy to throw herself into any situation just to see what happened. She had always been curious, impatient, and easily bored. Orla believed that life was a pretty amazing story, and was scared only by the thought of not being part of it. Last August, though, her tendency to blunder in without a plan had very nearly doomed the entire family. The discovery of an amazing treasure in a Cornish wood had led her into a dark world of witchcraft and mortal danger, and pretty much the only reason she had survived was curled up at her feet, his nose carefully tucked into his bum. Orla reached beneath the table to stroke Dave's head. He sighed, and she smiled, dragging herself back to a world where Richard and Tom were happily reminding each other of incidents that proved Uncle Valentine's eccentricity. Or great Uncle Valentine, technically speaking, since he was Dad's brother. Tom grinned. "Remember the story about when his trousers caught fire? Or when the wheel came off the sidecar he built and he crashed his motorbike into that lady's greenhouse?" Tom giggled. "Didn't he build a submarine once?" Richard nodded. "The one that went down but couldn't come up? The Coast Guard helicopter rescued him. It was on the news." "See?" said Orla, grabbing the letter back from her older brother. "It's got to be more exciting than watching TV at Gran's house." "One request, though," said Richard. He checked over his shoulder to make sure no one was listening. "That stick of yours gives me the creeps, so can we make a deal?" "It's called a Gwellen, and I only brought it in case of an emergency. But yes, I'm listening. No witchy stuff, please. Let's just have a normal holiday." "Total deal." Orla nodded. She wanted nothing more. Under the table, Dave uncurled and stretched. It was impossible to get any sleep with all the giggling and prodding, and as head of household security and close protection specialist, he needed to see where he was going. He jumped up on the seat, then onto the table to admire the view, wiping dog snot all over the window. "Dave!" they all hissed. Orla laid down her coat to protect the seat.